it's you.
Yes, it's me.
I thought so. You have on your ice cream suit. Well, don't just stand there like a delivery boy without anything to deliver.
You didn't say come in.
Come in. Come in, enter.
Thank you. I came up the drive, I saw you at the window, and you closed the curtain.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I had to knock and knock before you opened the door.
Yes, you nearly broke the door down.
I wondered if
What?
you didn't want to
What?
just see me this evening.
I see you every evening. Wouldn't be the evening without you and the card game and the news on TV.
But
It's not getting any better, is it?
what?
I said it's not getting any better. Your difficulty in speaking.
It will. It's temporary.
Are you sure? It's been temporary for a long time now. How do you talk to your students at the high school? Or do you say nothing to them, just write things on the blackboard?
No, I've been meaning to tell you. It's been 5 days since I visited with my high school class.
Isn't that strange? I thought so. I thought you'd stopped. What next? Something or nothing?
Well, there's always got to be something as long as...
Yes, as long as we live.
Today I did go.
To the clinic.
Yes, there.
What did you tell them? What did they tell you?
I only talked to the girl who...
Receptionist.
Yes. She gave me a paper,
An application,
questionnaire to...
fill out.
I had to inform them if I
Yes?
had ever before had
Psychiatric.
treatment or been hospitalized.
And you?
Wrote no to every question.
Yes?
No.
No, I know you wrote no.
Then the therapist told me
Told you what?
there wasn't an opening for me right now, but I would be informed as soon as one of the
Doctors.
therapists could fit me into his schedule.
Did you tell them that you were a teacher and the situation was desperate because you can't talk to your classes?
Well, she was only the receptionist, so I didn't get into that. But I put on the...
Questionnaire.
But there was only one person that I could still talk to a little. I underlined desperately, and I underlined urgent.
You know, in this dim light, you could pass for one of your students. In that ice cream suit, just back from the cleaners.
On the way coming over, I passed the lawn of our house. The house was dark, and the lawn was filled with white cranes. Yes, at least 20 white cranes were stalking about the lawn.
So?
Well, at first I thought I was seeing things.
You were. You were seeing white cranes.
I suppose they were migrating on their way further south.
Yes. Yes, and stopped off on the lawn of the dark house. Perhaps to elect a new leader. Because the old one, the one before, was headed in the wrong direction. A little disoriented and losing altitude, huh? So they stopped off on the lawn of the dark house to change their flight patterns. Just to feel the cool of the evening grass under their feet before they continued their travels.
It is only a block from here. Would you like to go over and see them?
No. Your description of them will have to suffice. If you would like to have another look, well, then do it. Go on. Think they'd accept you in your lovely white suit?
The maid didn't come today?
She came but couldn't get in. The door was bolted.
Why?
I didn't want her fussing about the house. She called and knocked. She knocked and called, and finally she went away.
Everything's just as it was yesterday evening. You still have the cards on the table. You still have on your robe with the wine stain on it.
I stayed down here last night. I haven't gone upstairs. I finished the wine and slept on the sofa. No supper, none for me. I did go into the kitchen and open the fridge there, but the sight and smell of the contents made me feel sick. So you go into the kitchen and make yourself a sandwich or whatever you want while I deal the cards.
I'll make something for us both.
No, just for yourself. You hear me? Do it out there in the kitchen. Dragon country. A country of pain. It's an uninhabitable country, one which is inhabitable. Each one crossing through that huge, barren country has his own separate track to follow across it alone. The inhabitants, the explorers of Dragon Country, were to look about them, they'd see other explorers. But in this country of endurable but unendurable pain, each one is so absorbed, deafened, blinded by his own journey across it, he sees, he looks for no one else crawling across it with him. It's uphill, up mountains. The climb's very steep. It takes you to the top of the Bear Sierras. I won't cross into that country. There are no choices anymore. I'll stop at the border of the Sierras, refuse to go any further. Once I read of an old Eskimo woman who knew that her time was finished and asked to be carried out of the family home, the igloo, and be deposited on a block of ice that was breaking away from the rest of the ice floe, so that she could drift away, separated from all. Back, take it back, or I will send you away. I told you, I can't.
If you won't eat, I won't either. I'm not hungry tonight.
I can't.
What?
Play cards, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't.
Thank you.
What?
Want me to go? Want me to go?
Where to? Where would you go?
I could go to my room.
You say it's not air conditioned. You say there's no TV. You say it's so small you feel suffocated when you're in it.
There's the TV in the lobby of the hotel.
You've told me you can't stand the lobby of the hotel. It's full of dying old women who crowd around the TV as if they got their blood and their oxygen from it. The lobby of that hotel, just passing through it, its atmosphere rubs off on you, and you come here carrying it with you. You come here like a sick dog after passing through the lobby of the hotel. It's in your eyes, your voice, your manner. Every evening you have a frightened, guilty expression as if you thought I'd slam the door shut in your face. I don't have the strength anymore to try to make you try to save yourself from your paralyzing depression. Why don't you stop looking at me like a lost middle-aged boy? It makes it so hard for me to talk honestly to you. Every evening you have a frightened, guilty expression. I always say, oh, it's you, and you always say, yes, it's me, and then you put on that painful, false, sickly grin, blinking, your hands stuffed in your pockets. You teach school, but you've never gotten out of school. You're still in the primary grades, and grammar school is still in kindergarten. No, it's you, and yes, it's me. My God, can there be some other greeting between us? It'd be better if you just stepped in, sat down to eat, and dealt out the cards, or turned on the television. No, we have to repeat the same ritual. Oh, it's you, and yes, it's me. There's almost nothing else said between us, or at least nothing else worth saying. I force myself to carry on some sort of monologue with few interjections from you, such as or I tell you things that I told you so often before that I'm ashamed to repeat them, but repeat them I must. Or we just sit together in unbearable silence. Yes, intolerable silence. Yes, and in summer you always say, oh, it's so nice and cool in here. And in winter you always say, it's so nice and warm in here. God.
It never was easy for me
to talk.
As long as I can remember it, it's been difficult for me.
To talk.
But what I think and feel, just each.
And even to look into the eyes of another person.
Yes. To look into the eyes of another person, that too.
You always look a little to the side with a guilty expression. What makes you feel guilty? Is it just being alive?